Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Sacred Fire. Now, a few things I noticed in between sessions. First off, the voice level was really low. So I've gone into the audio and visual settings, I've changed master sound to 100, turned music down to 65, and hope that that will allow the speech to come through a little bit louder, otherwise I'll just be reading it anyway, that's fine, right? I did notice a few other things, however, because I checked the character sheet. And I noticed something interesting. So we've upgraded our character's hair, so he has a more beautiful hair, and I thought, what if I wanted to, okay, 60 wealth, but I then clicked this and discovered I could get it back, and that I could even switch it round like this, right? So this allocation is not permanent, and I can change it during play. Then I looked in mindset and I discovered that I can take this away, put it over here instead, or even leave it back over here, right? So these ideas that I'm resisting, these ingrained behavior, I'm not building up a permanent resistance. It's rather a case of what personality trait am I building up at this point in resisting at this point in time, right? And I imagine that the ability to change these around, while it's really nice because it lets me swap and change if I go, oh dear, I think I made a mistake, I shouldn't have put that there, and the game clearly wanted me to put it over here, right? I mean, nothing seems to be locked in apart from the original choices made at character creation. Also, renown here, if I had a second title, maybe I could switch to that title and say people don't remember this one so much anymore, they remember my new title, word is spreading. And here on the people tab I noticed that my 17 goodwill points from a previous episode were completely gone. But hey, that's early access for you, right? I don't know if the first time I get a point it will upgrade to like 18 points or something, but yeah, so it's going to be harder for me to get goodwill because obviously a load's been taken away from me. Right. Hang on. PC blocks plus 13, 23, minus 190. Wait, where's that? Plus 90, plus 10, so 110, still minus, okay. So that's 123 minus 190, so yeah, that's a very negative number. But is this you? Has overtaking her subtracted her 190 as a negative? That's interesting. Will I then lose another 370 if I get past Maul? I don't know. So the ability to change things around is interesting. I imagine if I were to look at these and work out what I really need, I think on a replay, the ability to change any purchase bonuses and just say, let's not make his hair so pretty, let's make his beard pretty instead or something, right? And look at the, so that'll be beauty plus 2, that's beauty plus 2, but we could have 2 menace, 1 menace, and the thing is, we're very low on menace, and our prestige, based on beauty, menace, and rare items. So this, we probably need to start building up menace. We got plenty of beauty already, right? But, you know, upping stats, good idea. So we don't need to focus so much on provoke, encourage, soothe. Oh, well. So we lost some points somewhere. That's alright. We're moving into the second chapter now, and since the first chapter was significantly longer than I expected, I'm going to be breaking this down into shorter portions. Additionally, we still seem to be on 2 fatigue, so I think we maybe got 1. We were supposed to get fatigue back every chapter, and we haven't got it all back, so we're going to have to build it up, and we'll build it up over the course of this chapter. So let's see what this is about. We have a big picture of Etain on our screen, and I imagine she will be rather important in this chapter. Let's find out together. As you come to your senses, you realize the night is still dark. And the music just started and stopped there really suddenly. Hello? Okay, interesting. Rank down already. Motivation, -1 maximum motivation. Oh! So now our motivation is refilled. Blocks resist -1. Why did we rank down? Have we got our points back now? We have not got our points back now. And we've been sent back down again. Why were we sent back down again? I don't know. -67 goodwill. What happened? Well, it's a mystery. A feeling of unknown dread occupies your entire mind, and that's a lot of fear. You feel there is a presence behind the door that means you harm. It's Tane. She's dangerous. She's coming in. You never felt this certain that something is out there. What do you do? Don't move him. Wake Wid. Yeah, wake him up. He's good. Wid, your older brother, has always been there for you. Absolutely. Yet you feel childish calling for his help, and there is no reply. But we succeeded. Why? What do you do next? I don't need anyone else. Hell no. No, we're resisting the I'm all alone feeling. If I'll just whisper Wid's name. Wid. Oh, that's a big success. We're building up those points. That's great. You overcome your reluctance, whispering his name in the dark. But there's no response, and a dark premonition fills your mind. What if he's already dead? Or worse. Wid isn't in his bed. He is the only family you have left. What do you do? Well, analyze the situation, and we're going to spend a point to do it. Oh, that's all the way up. Yeah, sure. Concentrating hard, you manage to focus your thoughts. We seem to be kind of all over the place mentally, but also good at focusing our thoughts. What do you do? Recall your dream. No, we'll try and light a torch. Your hands tremble and the sparks from the flint fail to light the torch. What do you do next? We will try again. I don't want to spend a point, because we need to start building some back up. With a sure hand, you lose a flint to ignite the torch. The torch illuminates your hut. All looks as it should to be as it should, and this seems to be a shorter chapter, but that's a lot of fear. Your sword is a few steps away, resting against the wall. That's reassuring us. That's good. Glad I didn't spend a point to balance this out just yet. What do we do next? Let's try and remember that dream, and let's spend a point on that. Oh, these points are like auto successes now. Go away. We don't need to know about the anger. Right. You remember the dream. Fragmented images of a dark place fill your mind. It's the house you grew up in, burned to the ground. You can't bring them into focus, but you sense the presence of an ominous being in the dream as well. Yeah, probably the Romans. Actually, ominous is... No, that would be more like... okay, like a village elder or a druid or a Tane then. Right, you brought this harm to our people. You realize your fears may have carried over from the dream and the threat may not be real. Ah, the fears are fading. We also appear to be on fire here. That's a very strong light. So the cloak is very thin and doesn't Or no, it doesn't actually. So that is just the torch behind us. That's just for shadow. Okay, fine. What's your take on this? Let's interpret the nightmare further. We are a character with a strong favour stat, so we do believe in the gods. Of course we do. It's the Iron Age. In fact, that should probably be. Should probably have lowered ideals and raised favour. Can I get favour with? Ooh, that's something to look at. But yeah, absolutely. 88's good enough. Oh, that's nice. That's lots of extra control. You concentrate on what you feel and several possible interpretations present themselves. What do you make of the dream? Well, what are those several possible interpretations? I don't know what it means. It's a bad omen. -1 favour. It's a warning sign. The Roman threat has awoken old fears. I'll go with a warning sign first. Yeah. Oh, big control boost. Your belief of the god's favour you increases. Wait, it actually increases? It did! Oh, yes. Go get your weapons. Well, I kind of already did that. No, I didn't. I just saw it. So, sure. I'll get ready. I'm not going to open the door yet. That's only a 67%. I'm going to get my weapons. You decide to go get your weapons. Pick up casualty. No, quietly. Take them in one quick leap. Risk chain. No. I'll just pick them up quietly. People outside might hear me. Silently you pick up your bow and arrows and keep your sword ready in hand. The quilling on that sword isn't quite... That's more like a ballock knife. Which should be more of a medieval weapon. It's not far off. Actually, depending on where his thumb is placed and the shape of the hilt underneath his hand, that might not be too far off. He's just holding it a little further up towards the blade than I would have expected, given the shape of that particular sword hilt. Yeah, because that would make sense. Because you got the split pommel, so it's like a big X. Yeah, with the sort of rings in the middle sometimes. Yeah, okay. And we're getting those points back. We can afford to start spending them again soon, if we need to. What do you do? Let's open that door. Oh, you pause as new doubts about your unusual dreams surface. What do you do? Well, let's try and open the door. You hesitate as new... Okay, fine, look. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend that point to open a bloody door. Finally, you open the door and step into the night. At least we got that point back, though. No, we didn't. We're working on it. Okay, we're outside in the dark. Is anyone else outside? The cold air bites into your bones and sharpens your senses. A new checkpoint has been locked. Yeah, that's fine. We get those all the time. As far as you can tell, there is no one else at the house. You turn your attention towards the vast forest. That was a roll and we got control for it. I'm not going to complain. Oh, hello. You relax when you spot Wid's figure beside the stones where your mother is buried. Ah, he hasn't gone far. Look. He probably wants some time alone. So I'll go for this one, though. Wow, you're too tired to think about this right now. Really? No, I really want to think about it. There we go. Yeah, the first memory, no, the best thing we can think of, and we're going to spend a point on that. He's our only brother, our only surviving family member. Sure, this will be an important thing for us. You think about Wid carrying you home the time you almost drowned. It felt like being close to Mother again. What do you recall next? The first memory that springs to mind, and that might maybe push us. We'll be going back up to 10 soon. As you were leaving for the hunt, Wid was acting protective again, and you got into an argument. Oh dear. What do you make of it? He means well. You know, you can't tell me what to do. I'm just a teenager. Ugh, it's so unfair. No, look, he's got my best interest at heart. I trust him. I have no reason to distrust him. We have a good relationship, and I'm getting back more and more control and more motivation points again. Alright. Ooh. The game really doesn't want me to be able to do this. Hostility. Look, I'm not going to try and surprise him. That's cruel. Especially not when he's, you know, by the grave. You don't do that. That's really disrespectful. So I'll just approach, you know, quietly but not sneakily. How do you proceed? Taking care to appear confident. Call out to let him know you're coming. Stand silently beside him. Yeah, let's try to be confident. Okay, plus nothing. Risk chain bonus plus nothing. Do something else. Ooh, I wonder if there will actually be a whole set of separate options. Stand silently beside him. We'd acknowledge your presence with a silent nod. You stand side by side, sharing a bond that doesn't need words.
What's up with that sword?
Hey, did you hear that? That was a reasonably good volume. What's up with that sword? Asks Wid after a while. How do you respond? Well, I'm not going to threaten him with it. I should tell him about the dream. Sure. Wid looks at you curiously. Yeah, he's probably going to ask about it, and I won't be able to tell him much. It was just another nightmare. Do you think dreams can leak into the real world? I woke up sensing an evil presence here. Sure, I'll spend a point. Wow, that all those hunters. No, obviously meaning 100. I kind of want to... That's a lot of anger now. Wid doesn't react. Sure. This is the first time something like this has happened to me. Wid looks you in the eye, and he's like, "You're talking bollocks, man, it happened last week." You can see he is glad you can talk to him openly. Well, I'm trying.
I think, as with all dreams, what matters the most is what you make of it.
Actually, you know what? All of this trying to second guess people, it's... I wonder if the person who made this game is like on the autistic spectrum like myself or not, because I have to do a lot of trying to guess people's interpretations and work out what they mean. And what happened here? We got a plus. What happened? Mindset. What did we get? Oh, 53 points. Right. Well, let's up that then. Maybe I do have what it takes. Just a little bit. Yeah, not all alone. Sure. Did I get my... No, I didn't get my points back. They're all gone away. I've lost even more. Wow. Why am I constantly losing more and more here? Or am I getting more back up? That goodwill loss is really bad. And we've got to meet Raven at some point. Poor girl. Find out what on earth is going on with her and why she isn't, you know, anything in the world. How do you respond? Tell them what you think about it. Sure. Okay, that's a massive bonus, but yeah. I think it's a warning sign. The gods are looking out for me. Wid nods slowly. Okay, so we're getting good chances here. We're brothers.
There's
good
no
brothers.
right answer here. Your thoughts shape what is real for you and what isn't.
Okay. That's a very... That feels like a somewhat modern interpretation for Iron Age characters. If he might be like, yeah, well, if you believe you got a message from the gods, then who am I to say no? You know, I'm not a priest. Wid seems lost in his own thoughts, looking at the grave. Okay, I probably shouldn't pry too much. But if not me, then who? I'll try once. Do you miss her? Wid nods slowly. Oh, yeah, the game likes for the past that check. Rank up. Okay, so we got that extra... Wow, we're back where we started the chapter. So we can lose ranks. Interesting. Sure. Tell me more about her.
You don't usually like to talk about your childhood.
That 100 dropped down to 98. Wid looks at you surprised. You don't usually like to talk about your childhood. Well, we were both there. How do you respond? Well, today's different. Nice. Nice. Wid looks at you, torn between the wish to protect you and the desire to speak about her with you. Do it, man. You know, we're close, and we can talk about these kind of things. I wish we weren't threatening each other with weapons right now, but we can talk about these kind of things.
There was one thing I was too young to understand, but I think about it often now.
He hesitates, but begins. There was one thing I was too young to understand, but I think about it often now.
Father was afraid of the gods, but she wasn't.
That's an interesting way of putting it. Okay. I won't know till I listen back to the recording how clearly the voices came out here, but I'd say the volume is a lot better here. And hopefully you guys can hear that. Why don't you let me know in the comment section down below if you can hear the voices clearly enough in this episode or not.
She said there is enough darkness to fear them, and enough beauty to not to.
That's an interesting take. Little good that did. She died young. We don't get to choose who the gods are. Or, I like that. The Celtic gods do have a dark side to them. They're not like explicitly nasty and hostile. But there's also a gritty dark side. I mean, especially if you're talking like Aron or something. I suppose it should be Aron. No, it is Aron. I mean, you got like the Dagda, the Morrigan, and so on. No, look, we respect the gods, you know, so... Wait, fear, anger... Hang on. Fear, anger, favour, mindset. Yeah. No favour modifier here. Why is there a favour minus 30 penalty on this? I like that. Favour plus 30? Sure. I'm going to go for this, and I'm going to boost it.
That's true, but we get to choose what we make of them.
Well, yes and no. That interpretation is... It's like, yes, we absolutely do, but there would have been... I mean, it's not like the, you know, Roman Orthodox Catholics or something, where it's like, you know, or the Greek Orthodox or something, where it's like, this is how you interpret this thing, you know, like, there's no sort of dogma, and the Celtic gods will be the same gods, but their interpretation will vary from region to region. How do you respond? Look around, the gods are malevolent and angry. No, I agree. We are free to choose what we make of them, and I'm even going to spend a point on that. Making a point here and Yeah, you both fall silent. As you think about what we'd said, you realize how little in control of your life you feel. We got a new idea. And the idea is... I am not in control. Well, it's true. So what I could do is I could take this all alone and put it in there. So be like, hey, maybe I've got a little bit of control. Anger, resistance, and solo. Fear and friendship. Fear and solo. We have been getting a lot of anger recently. Yeah, if I take that down, put it over here. I may regret that. You're disposed to resist this harmful notion and reclaim the leading role in your own life. You apparently really want me to do that. I could even move this one down there and build that up to 2. All alone is strong. Minor resistance for not in control and don't have what it takes. So I could drop this and put it here, right? Or I wonder if building resistance in an idea up to 5 will actually... There you go, I'm not alone, I got my brother. Feeling a bit weak on the don't have what it takes, but maybe I'll get to build that up later on.
She was bold enough to embrace what made her free.
After a moment, Wid picks up his thoughts. Oh, does that mean she went against the gods and then she died? We are 36. Yes, probably just mostly this one scene.
Our people. The gods she didn't fear. Kindness instead of hate.
Yeah, the gods are reasonably kind.
For me, that's her legacy.
Good for you, brother. What do you say? I think she would like that. Yeah. Nod silently. Stay silent. Her legacy is 2 orphans at her grave. That is a pretty cruel and harsh thing to say, so I'm not going to go for that. Stay silent. Nod silently. I've got points. Sure. You can see this means a lot to Wid. Exactly. Wid falls silent regarding his composure.
A man came to me in my dream.
Actually, in this period, the W starts with a not so silent H, doesn't it? So it's be like Wid. So yeah, definitely a Wid kind of name. After a short pause, he speaks with a sigh. A man came to me in my dream.
He looked like father, but it wasn't him.
Why is this making me angry? That's strange. Wid never talks about that angry, violent man who died when you were a boy. That's why it made us angry. How do you respond? How do you know it wasn't him? Probably didn't look like him, but that's probably not the only reason.
He asked for forgiveness.
Fury? That's not good. Okay, look, that's a problem. He's long gone. He can't hurt us anymore. -1 rage. Maybe his spirit looks for peace. Rage we have aplenty. Memories of transgressions drive you to take vengeance but cloud your judgment. You're prone to be harsh and ruthless with others. Yeah, let's tone that down. Let's even spend a point. Oh, that's not good. Wid pauses for a moment, searching the right words. Oh, that 8 out of... Yeah, so that's gone down to 7. But we need to work on that anger resistance. Okay. Well, no, affects speed, force, reduces precision. Okay, we really need to work on that resistance. What will boost anger resistance? Rage, apparently. I mean, we got reasonable odds and things for now.
I'm tired. Tired of remembering him as evil.
Well then, let's not remember him as an evil man then. This sets you off. Your father made your childhood a living hell. Look, we need to do something about this. This is bad. How do you react? Ooh, that will be good. What do you mean? So the anger might have helped. I probably should have kept that high. Yeah, let's be exhausted. It's late at night.
I know.
Yeah, let him talk through it. He was there after all, front and centre, taking the worst of it, protecting you. What, the father or Wid? As Wid collects his thoughts, the scenes when he had your back come all too vividly to your mind. Glad we got rid of that anger now. How do you feel about it? Guilt about what is happening? Thankful that Wid was there. He shouldn't have... No, he shouldn't have tried to kill our father. That would be stupid. Past seems too complicated right now to understand. What do you actually feel towards Wid? Look, I'm serious, man. Wid seems to be lost in his own memories.
It's just... he wasn't always like that.
I'm glad to hear it. Man, that anger is mounting up again.
I liked being at his side. He was a good teacher. He taught me how to hunt.
Okay, that's pretty unfair. This scene is all about the anger, apparently. How many people making games like this had really bad parents? I mean, I'm hoping that this is not really envy. All I got was a drink. No. Okay, look, this is our last point. Stay silent. We'd fall silent too. And that helps lower our anger. That's good. We needed that. And we need to get up to 1 point again. We are knackered. Words, feelings and images race in your head like wild horses. How do you deal with them? By probably collapsing unconscious if I hadn't spent some points to... oh my god. These are bad. Avoid thinking about your father at any cost. No, calm down and let the memories come. Yeah, this is going to fail a lot. Serious? Oh, that gets harder. Well, look, what happens when we've exhausted all options? A flood of painful memories continues to haunt your mind. Well, yes, I'm accepting them. Don't ask how. The memory of your father, sober and calm, even kind, comes to you vividly. There, you see, he wasn't all bad. This catches you off guard. You completely forgot this ever happened. Was that third test rigged? It feels rigged. Him teaching you how to say your mother's name, Rory. Rory is a man's name. And I'm not just talking about, you know, all the various Rorys and Rodrys. I'm talking about the spelling as well. But anyway, the two of you surprising her together. Look, we got that point back up. Okay, we keep working on that control. And we got something. Ooh, what we got, what we got, what we got. Seriously, what did we get? We got... I don't have it. Oh, we got enough points. I see. Yeah, I'll put it here for now. Actually, wait. Does any of these handle anger? Right. I think we've learned something about this scene. Right? I should have put that second point in here after all. I'll change them back after the scene. So here's that flexibility coming in. How do you respond to WID? Well, I mean, there's no point living in a broken past. It changes nothing. There's something good in him too. Yes. Yes. Do it. Wait, but we need that rage for the anger resistance. -1 trauma. How are we doing for trauma? Oh, that's bad. The -1 rage might be good, though. Sure. Let's waste that point while we got it. For the first time in all the years, you don't feel like a victim. Good. You can almost feel sorry for your father. The hidden fear that you are like him, tainted by his blood, loses its power. Yeah, new idea, man. I am not good around people. You've often found that friends misunderstand and even reject you, and how little things spiral out of control. Well, look, they want us to, like, develop this a bit, right? And actually, if we take this down again, I don't have what it takes. We're all alone. Fear and sorrow, fear and friendship. Sure, go with that. He wasn't always evil. He was just a man pushed over the edge. Wid gathers his thoughts for a moment before responding. Anger goes up by another 7 points.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I failed to protect you the way you needed.
Hey, you did a really good job. New insights unlocked, sure. When we ever get some of these points back again, I mean, good God, where have they gone? He thinks he failed you. No, you didn't fail me. I mean, the game kind of failed me when it stripped me of my 17 goodwill points. God knows how I'm going to get those back. Maybe it is the NPC blocks. Maybe going into this chapter has blocked off some of my points. I'll have to work on those. Right, I mean... How do you react? I have no points, so... Yes, you did fail me, brother. Why would I say that? I mean, maybe to try and gain power over him and the whole power struggle come out, but I'm not doing that. You did well, brother. Oh dear. You feel uncomfortable with the feeling that you're somehow declaring your childhood was all right. No, seriously. Wid. I mean it, man. Oof. He straightens up as if a heavy burden was lifted from his shoulders.
There's one last thing I wanted to speak to you about.
One last thing? Is he leaving? I think he just means with this conversation, but he's gone out to the grave armed, apparently. Wid pauses, gathering his thoughts. You can see this is of the utmost importance to him. Then I should show the due respect and listen to what he has to say. We're not going to stop him.
Before Romans invaded our lands, we were builders of monuments, artists, people of design.
He starts slowly. Okay, this is interesting. Let's see where this goes.
In order to survive, we hide, we run, we burn and wage war.
Yeah, it's not the crafting life we used to know.
We have let Rome reduce us to little more than animals.
Man, all that anger again. Okay, look. I'm going to have to move this point down to here. Get that anger resistance up. Wait, I think we should wait for him to continue. Let's see if he has anything else to say.
That's what brought me out here tonight. I feel this is what Mother would have wanted for us.
What, to be reduced to mere animals by the Romans? No, I don't think so. It's something else.
Build a nation, a culture, a generation that doesn't know war.
Ah, he's wanting to assemble a kingdom, right? He wants to build a nation in peace. Well, maybe if we ever get some points, we'll be able to do something about that.
That's something worth
dying for. An eagle's shriek cuts through the night's air. You recognize it as Talon's cry. We are so close to getting a point back. Something is coming. There is no settlement in that direction. Just the wall. The wall! What do you do? Motion for him to keep quiet. Keep talking. Yeah. Because this way, look, because that way they won't know we know he's coming. No, motion there's a threat. You're scared by the situation and flounder. But we got a point. Try again. Wid reacts immediately and readies his weapons. You see respect in his eyes. You handled this well, not alerting whoever is coming to your presence. He instinctively takes the lead, protecting you. As he would. It's what he does. And all that anger we had built up would be really good in a fight right now, but maybe we don't want to fight. Maybe we want to avoid hostilities. The fear makes us want to be more protective. Sidestep Wid and stand on your own. No, that feels wrong. Retreat to the safety of the house. Circle the incoming threat. I'm going to try this, right? You failed to muster the courage to go on the offensive and falter. I'm going to try one more time. I'm getting points, but I don't want to do this because this feels wrong. So I'll do this instead. So it seems to go down over time after I've clicked on it. Interesting. Wid understands your intention and nods in agreement. Look, his respect is worth more than this fatigue right now. You can see a figure emerging. You're in a position to attack from behind. I'm going to let it go into the light and see what happens. You fear this is too large a risk. No, I don't. Look, this is an even lower chance rate, so I'm absolutely going for this. Look, what happens on a third try? If I fail 3 times, will I be driven to the... Yeah, I was right. Attain staggers into the clearing, exhausted and bleeding, and I was not wrong. I mean, her portrait on the big chapter heading is a pretty big indication. She is out of breath and takes a few uneasy steps. What do you do? Sure. I'll help. Yeah, I can't plus that. I like the little lock sound there. Absolutely try and catch her. You failed to support her weight and both of you fall to the ground. It happens. It's embarrassing, but at least she didn't get hurt. Absolutely. You feel the warm air coming from her lips on your cheek. Yes, obviously.
The legions are coming.
She whispers and then closes her eyes. Well, we'll need to get her to safety, and they'll either be looking for her, or they'll be looking to attack, in which case we'll need to, like, warn everybody. Look at 8%. Help me with her, Wid. It'll get his protection after all. Yeah, look. He hastily carries her inside and lays her on your bed. We're getting more control back, okay? We're working on it.
Don't leave her side, please.
Mate, at the moment, unless they set the house on fire, I probably wouldn't dream of it. I've got lots of points causing problems here. You'd like to tell Wid to stop bossing you around, but he's already got... Why? What kind of petulant teenage village elder are we here? How do you react? Yeah, look, of course he does. That's fine. It's a negative experience. It's not that negative. I wouldn't move from her even if you wanted me to. Don't... I'll look at her.
He's a good brother.
Yes, he is, and we should realise this. Also, why are you both so American for Scottish people? Yes, he is. Yeah, I rolled a 5. That's a lot of control. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, that's a lot of terror. She closes her eyes and passes out again. You begin to worry if the healer will come in time. Yeah, now I'm concerned about her. Check her pulse. This is like 400 AD. I probably don't even know what a pulse is. Stroke her hair gently, try and make her comfortable. I mean, this is a little more affectionate. This makes more sense given the circumstance. Etain moves instinctively and ends up resting her hand on yours, and her image is flipped from... It's flipped horizontally, bizarrely, for some reason. Look, I'm going to get that point back, okay? I will, eventually, at some point.
Of course. You were always the kind one. Like your mother.
Is that my sympathy for her? No, her sympathy towards me. Alright. This catches you off guard, to hear something other than you and Wid talk about her. What else does Etain remember? She is lethal. She remembers our mother. Well, it'd be kind of hard for her not to, realistically. 30 points! Hey, those NPC blocks have gone down 20 points. Ooh. So, if we keep it up, we're going to get those points back rapidly. Nice. And then, also, we get, what's it? Renown. We've got to keep building up that renown because we got our renown multiplier. Okay. As she rests, exhausted and wounded, you process what happened and what is about to unfold. She did warn you, but won't let her tracks lead the Romans right. But won't let her tracks lead Rome right to your doorstep. But won't her tracks lead Rome right to your doorstep? Yes, they might, and we're very scared about that, understandably. What do you make of it? She may have just saved us all. Yeah, get that control. Maybe things happened for a reason. Losing Etain all those years ago might have saved you and Wid tonight. Indeed. You feel like no matter what she says or doesn't say, she will always protect you. The novelty of that feeling makes you realize how rarely you can trust someone. Oh, come on! Seriously! Right, look. We're going for that. We're going for this. Mate. Let's take this down. Put it over here. And we're nearly up to another point, which is great. Also, I think I can get this chapter all in one go here before I've been running too long. Then your thoughts turn to the dark, grim future. A war where Rome is coming, what, in the 41st millennium? Where there is only war. No, just here by Hadrian's Wall, where there seems to be only war at the moment in our future. Your survival instinct kicks in and your mind starts to race, searching for ways to escape what's to come. And we are now at terror! Oh, this is really bad. Yeah, well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. Okay. Push beyond the limits from game 50% at a cost of your choosing. Trauma, rage, guilt, health. I'll go for health. Pushing beyond your limits bears a cost, yes. Do I get to choose it? Vitality. Urgh. You tap into your last reserves of strength. You know this extreme effort will weaken you. What, permanently or just temporarily? Go through with it. Urgh. Your survival instinct kicks in and your mind starts to race, searching for ways to escape what's to come. Yeah, well, I'm going to click that button in a moment, okay? So, you try to put your finger on what it is that you fear the most. I fear that... Oh, trauma, guilt, ideals. I fear I don't have what it takes. Putting a name to your fear takes a lot of its power away, and means I don't need to click that button anymore. Wow. Your next thought says a lot about who you truly are. Finally, here is an opportunity to avenge my mother. No! I misrushed a button. No. You think about the people you know. There are so few people who know and understand who you are. No, I'm back in the chapter. Okay. The thought you could lose him weighs heavily on you. All a man can do is be brave. Bruh. You've seen this many times. The best warriors dying and others surviving by mere chance. The only mistake one can make is to be afraid. Now, how do we get these back again? Reach the end of a chapter to regenerate vitality. We might not get all of it, but we get some. So we could do that a lot of times and really power through these. Interesting. What do you make of it? Our destinies are already decided. Idea resistance. I'm not in control. Or we carve our own paths. Oh, so we get, like, we can build up permanent idea resistance or something? Interesting. Again, going with the historical side of things. The Celts did believe in fate and destiny, but it was kind of like the Viking feeling of the weird. The destiny being not the final destination, but the moment of decision at which you are then set on that direction towards that destination. But no, I'd say there's an element. So the Norns are Norse mythology, but then there's the oh, what's it? Celtic mythology. I can't remember. There's not an exact counterpart, but sure. Oh, that's a lot of control. This belief takes away your fear, but a sadness remains, because you don't feel like you matter in the end. So what actually changed here? Can't trust anyone, not good around people. So one of these... I'm incomplete. The loneliness you've experienced makes you feel like you need someone else to be whole. Many of us have experienced that feeling. And there we are. So we gained 128 experience, 350 free influence. Yeah, that'll magically go at the end of... Where's the goodwill? 32. Okay. So 128 experience. Lost a point of goodwill somehow. 4 new ideas and 3 new insights. Gained a lot of influence, experience. Your 5th in influence. So we're back up in 5th place over Maul. Above poor Raven. With 32 points. So now, if I wanted to spend a point on one of these, I would need, what? 50 still. So we're nowhere near there yet. Okay, but if we can keep removing those NPC blocks and building up our goodwill points, we'll be able to do something with them eventually. This feels like, if this really is a 7-chapter game, we've got 5 more chapters. Maybe early access is only 7 chapters, but the full game will be a lot longer. Which would make sense if we're going to ever get enough of these points to do anything with them, because the speed everything's going at the moment. Well, alright, let's move on to the next chapter and see what kind of situation things are in then. Chapter 3 will be Smoke, but that will feature in the next episode. And I now know that these won't change until we go back to our... Also, hey, I'm going to cheekily go here and go, have our points gone away again? No, they have not. But, so saving and reloading, I'm not sure if it did get rid of points or if just the amount of NPCs blocks changed because of the start of a chapter or something weird. Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. I hope you've all enjoyed this chapter, and I do look forward to seeing you all in the next episode, whenever that may be. But until that time, I'm going to say bye-bye for now, and cheerio everyone!